Hey, we're World Entertainment, and Guillermo del Toro's remake of Frankenstein for Netflix has just been given a massive update. Not just are we getting the official release dates for this, that's right, dates, we get two new posters as well. So why is this a massive update? Well, as we said, release dates, because this thing ain't just coming to Netflix anymore. They are dropping it in the theatre a month earlier. Yeah, this Frankenstein movie, which I'm actually quite looking forward to. I really liked the trailer for it. I think it looks great. It's getting a theatrical release. So let's have a look at this. So it's saying, with Frankenstein, Oscar-winning director Guillermo del Toro adapts Mary Shelley's classic tale of Victor Frankenstein, a brilliant but egotistical scientist who brings a creature to life in a monstrous experiment that ultimately leads to the undoing of both the creator and his tragic creation. As it was first reported on Fear HQ, two new posters have just been released featuring Oscar Isaac's Victor Frankenstein and his monstrous creation, played by Jacob Elordi. How do you pronounce his second name? I think it's Elordi or Elordi. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Those are accompanied by a long-awaited release date news. Frankenstein will arrive in selected theatres on October 17th, with a Netflix debut now confirmed for November 7th. Why is a streaming movie heading to the big screen? Well, this should help put the movie into Oscars contention, similar to Pinocchio, which had a month-long run in theatres before its streaming debut. It later won Best Animated Feature category at the Academy Awards, blah blah blah. Discussing his approach to playing Frankenstein's monster in a recent interview, Elordi, I think that's how you pronounce it, explained, do let me know by the way in the comments whether I'm pronouncing this correctly, explained that the legendary Boris Karloff, who starred in the 1931's Frankenstein, was a major source of inspiration for him. So the actor shared, I devoured all of his monsters. At first I thought, I'll stay away from this. I want to do my own thing. And then I asked Gilmo, should I watch the other Frankensteins? And he goes, what the F do you mean? I was like, well, I don't want it to be influenced. He says, my friend, it's a movie. It can't frickin' hurt you. I went home and I just binged them. So after taking that deep dive, the actor hopes that what he saw rubbed off, saying something in his gaze, something in the way that he moves. The biggest thing was just immersing myself in the world of these creatures. So at the center of Frankenstein are Oscar Isaac, Jacob Elordi, and Maya Gott. Joining them trio are, and then it just gives the rest of the cast, but yeah, the posters are cool. But yeah, the look at this movie is great. I love how it's looking and stuff. I always do find it funny though that people always think the monster is called Frankenstein when it's in fact just the doctor. The doctor is Frankenstein, not the creature. The creature is simply that, the creature. But it's crazy that Netflix has been willing to give this thing a theatrical release. That shows a lot of confidence in this. I don't think this is just Oscar bait. It could be, but I don't think it is. But especially since it says selective theatres, that will kind of determine whether or not it is, because from what I understand, at least this used to be the way it worked. The rules for the Oscars were you had to be, I think it was either 1 week or 2 weeks in at least two cinemas in both New York and Los Angeles. That was the way you got eligible to be selected for Oscars. So if we hear that Frankenstein is coming out in New York and LA and only there, then that would be an indication that that could be the case. But I think it's more of a sign that they've got confidence in this movie and they want more eyes on the movie. It's very interesting that they have given the green light to put it in the cinemas. I also think it's interesting that they are not doing the day and date release crap. You know, they're putting it in theatres on the 17th of October and then the 7th of November is when they're putting it onto Netflix. So it's not like they're putting them together, you know, hey, stay at home and watch it or go to the cinema and watch it on the same day. They're not doing that. It's, you can see it before we put it on Netflix at the cinema. And if this thing comes out in the cinema here, I think I'll probably end up going to see it. Again, I really dig the trailer. I think it's a great trailer. The look of it is fantastic. You know, it definitely has that horror kind of feel. This type of stuff is more the horrors I would lean more into, rather than kind of the slasher kind of crap. But yeah, I dig this, and I like the fact that it's getting a theatrical release. I think that's good news. So we'll wait and see. What do you guys think of it, actually? What do you think of the trailer? I did a video on it. I'm just not sure whether it was actually a trailer reaction or whether I just broke down what's in the trailer, because Netflix are pretty bad for hitting you with copyright when you do it. Whatever the video was, again, I will leave it in the description so you could check that out as well. I think it was an actual review of the trailer. Either way, it'll be in there that you can have a look. But I do see a lot of people very interested in this movie. You know, even other content creators are saying like they're very much looking forward to this movie. And now that it's going to be in theaters, or at least select theaters, you know, I think you're going to see a lot of people kind of really get excited for this, saying like, wow, this is great news that this is going out to the big screen, especially around the Halloween season as well. That's great news as well, that it's not one of these, we're going to dump it in Christmas or something. It's like, no, we're going for that Halloween market. And it's something we really haven't been getting much of lately, is these big horror type of movies coming out in October. Like Weapons, that's come out that everybody's jumping around for. I watched it. It's decent. I think it's like Sinners though. I think it's getting a little overhyped and overpraised. It's like, it's nothing special, in my opinion anyway. It's doing great at the box office. It's already making money because the thing was made for next to nothing, but good on it. But I've already seen a lot of people saying they would have preferred if it came out in October around Halloween rather than the middle of the summer. So yeah, I think it's a great idea to drop it in Halloween time frame, you know, October. So that's good news. But again, do let me know what you think of this going to the cinema as well as Netflix, but of course not together at the same time this time around. Let us know what you thought of the trailer. Again, I will leave whichever way I did the other video, I can't remember now, in the description if you just want to check that out. And then of course you can go ahead and check out other videos that are on the channel. You know, it helps the channel, helps me. Hopefully you enjoy it. Let us know as well. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like, share, subscribe. Again, check out the channel, check out other videos. I'll leave that description in the video in the description box. I'm hardly gonna leave the description in the description box, even though, yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, I shall leave it there for this one. So cheers, and I will catch you in the next one.